Tell me why.
Why do we have sleep?
Your parents may have special rules for you at home. One of these special rules is about going to bed early at nights. Come John and Joan, they may say, it's time to go to bed. You have to get up early for school tomorrow. But even if your parents did not tell you to go to bed, you would fall asleep after a while. You get tired because your body and mind have been working all day and they need rest. There are people who have stayed awake for long hours. But after going for a day or two without sleep, their minds stop working well and their bodies become weak. This is because sleeping, like eating, is a part of life and our body needs it to keep on going. Here we have a picture of this child fast asleep with their teddy bear. The older you are, the less you may feel like sleeping for long or going to bed early. But even the older people need some hours of sleep each day. Animals are not like us. A rat sleeps most of the day. Bears sleep all winter. An elephant sleeps 2 or 3 hours each day. Horses can sleep while they are standing. And some fishes hardly seem to sleep at all. They only keep still for a short while.
Why does the bees buzz?
When we hear the buzzing of a bee, we know that it is near and try not to get bitten by it. The buzzing we hear is the sound of its wings moving when it is flying. But sometimes we hear this buzzing when the bees are not flying but are working in their hive. Some stay on the right side of the hive and some on the left. They all fan the air with their wings. One is fanning in cool air and the other is fanning out hot air from the hive. They are keeping their hives cool.
Why are some people fat and some people are not?
We use energy to play, to grow, and to do things. We get this energy from the food we eat. Sometimes we eat more food than we need for energy. This food that is not used up is stored under our skins and is called fat. If we eat a lot of energy-giving food and do not get any exercise, it will be easy for us to get fat. Fat that is not used for energy will be stored under the skin and our weight will go up. Here we have a picture. We can see 3 people. We see a lady in the yellow and she looks like she is running. We have a gentleman to the side. He is sweating and looks tired. But a lady is sitting on a bench. She looks like she has a box with some chicken. If the food we eat is just enough to give us energy to walk and grow, it will be hard for us to get fat. There will be little food to be stored as fat and we will not put on much weight. If we eat plenty of food and get plenty of exercise, it will also be hard for us to get fat. When we exercise, we are using up the fat we have stored as energy. This is why a doctor will tell people who want to lose weight to get plenty of exercise. If we do not eat the right kind or amount of food, we will lose weight. This is because the body will always be using up the fat it has stored for energy.
How fast can fishes swim?
The fastest fish, the sailfish, can go as fast as 109 kilometers or 68 miles an hour. The swordfish can also swim very quickly. They can go up to 92 kilometers or 57 miles an hour. But the fastest man can swim about 4 miles an hour.
Why do soldiers salute?
A very long time ago, there were soldiers called knights. They wore clothes made of metal called armor. This metal armor was worn by knights when they were going to fight. Their faces were covered by a metal flap which could open and shut. When 2 knights met, they moved their flaps and showed their faces to see if they were friends. This moving of the hand to the face by knights when meeting became a way in which fighting men saluted each other. When they stopped wearing armor with metal flaps, they would raise their hands to their face to salute each other. This is how saluting among soldiers began. And here we have the picture of the knights, and they are raising the metal flaps so that they can see each other.
What makes the wind blow?
The heat of the sun is one of the main things that causes the wind to blow. When the sun heats the earth heats the air right above it. As the air gets warm, it gets light and begins to rise. As the warm air rises, cool air moves in to take its place. When the warm air is far above the earth, it cools and comes down again towards the earth. Then it is warmed by the heat of the earth and rises once more. This works like a wheel going around and around. As one part goes up, the other part comes down. The wind that we feel is the cool air moving in to take the place of the warm air. Because the earth takes in more heat than does water, the air above the water is cooler than the air above the earth. If you are on a beach on a sunny day, you will find it breezy. This is because the cool air above the sea is rushing in to take the place of the warm air that is rising. This is why the breeze at the beach is cool even when the day is hot. There are also other winds which are caused by the spinning of the earth. And here we have a picture now, and we can see nice bright blue skies, and we can see this lady is here blowing in the wind.
How do chickens and other birds know when to go to sleep?
Chickens and other birds go to sleep when it is dark because they cannot see anything in dim light. Their eyes can only see things when there is bright light. They have daytime eyes. They have none of the special parts in their eyes that help an owl or cat to see in dim light. So when the light gets dim, they go to bed. There is nothing else they can do when the light is dim or it is dark. And here we have a picture of a rooster fast asleep on a tree limb in the moonlight.
How do mother animals know their own young ones?
Hundreds of young sheep may live in one place, yet their mothers know their own young even if they all look like each other. When a young animal is born, it has its own special smell, and once the mother smells it, she never forgets that smell. Some mother animals know the special cry of their own young. This is another way they can find them. And here we have the baby sheep or lamb, and we can see it right beside its mother.
Why do babies cry so often?
Babies cannot speak as we do. They show us how they feel and tell us what they want by crying. The baby may also cry because it wants something other than food or sleep. Parents can often tell what their babies are crying for. If babies are not sick or sleepy, frightened or hungry, it may be that they just want to be taken up or carried for a walk. The baby may be crying for someone to show it attention and love, or someone to play with it. Here we have a picture with a baby in the crib. The baby is crying its eyes out. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this episode, and we wanted to answer some very important questions that children have. Why do we need sleep? Why do bees buzz? How fast can fish swim? Why do soldiers salute? What makes the wind blow? How do chickens and birds know when it's time to go to sleep? How do mother animals know their own young ones? And why do babies cry so often? So in this particular episode, we were looking at the question why and trying to get the information related to that. Alright, do your own little summaries now. Tell us which one you found interesting. Leave it in the comment section below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.